Good day, viewers. Welcome back to the Preaching Humanist with David Oliverio. That is I. I want to talk about sharing this beautiful thing called secular humanism. This is going to be part one, that I got part two coming up. So lately I've been going out doing some public speaking to different humanist groups, secular groups, and atheist groups around the state. And my job is to do what I used to do. I'm working for a different team now. Years ago, let me tell you what David Oliverio did back in the 70s and 80s. I would travel to small country churches throughout Texas and churches throughout the country to fire the people up, to go out and to share what I thought was reality and truth, which was the gospel of Jesus. Here I am in my 60s now, many, many years and decades later, I do the same thing. Just working on the other side. And my job is to encourage secular humanists and atheists to get out there and share and have passion for this beautiful thing we call secular humanism. My desire, my quest is for others to share this thing called passion. People ask me, where do you get this passion, David? Well, it's been in me for years to share what I believe is far above and beyond religion and magical belief systems, Christianity and all the like, which we would call secular humanism. I do want to talk about passion today and sharing with other people. My question when I go to different groups and talk, and I counter other secular humanists and atheists throughout my travels and here in town, is why would you not want to share something that has helped you? It is beneficial to you. It is beneficial to others. Just like back in the old days when I used to preach, Jesus said, go out and let your light so shine. I think it's important for us to actually talk to people and to show other people that there is a healthy alternative. Why conceal this beautiful thing from others? Let's let people see our passion. Let's let other people know that we have something to offer them. Let's show them that the grass is greener on the other side. Now, keep this in mind. I run into exiled believers and people that are scattered everywhere, looking for communities, looking for places they can be a part of. They no longer can believe in the supernatural. They're looking for places that will house people that are called atheists and agnostics. Let's let people know that we're out there, but we have to talk. If you get anything from me today in this short little message, part 1 and 2, it's all about wanting to go out there and share this thing with others. Now, here's what I do not want to happen to others. Not long ago, I went to an atheist meetup group. Make a long story short, met a young couple from the Houston area. It was here in Austin. I struck up a conversation with this young couple, as I do often, and I asked them their background, their deconversion story, which I find fascinating. So they begin to tell me how they left Christianity and came into atheism. All great. And then I asked them a question. I said, folks, do you talk to believers and Christians? They looked at me like I was crazy. The young lady looked at her husband and she went, no. Why would I want to talk to a Christian? There, and I can't repeat what she said, a couple 4-letter words, the F-bombs, you name it. She said it, all these pejorative statements toward people that still believe in God. And then she looked at me, sir. She said, sir, do you talk to them? Why would you talk to them? I said, I'll tell you why I talk to them, because they're people just like us. They're very similar to us, I explained to this young lady. They just still hold on to mythological concepts, and we want to help people. We want to tell them that secular humanism is far above and beyond these old, outdated myths. Not long ago, I was in a grocery store. And I'm always looking for opportunities to share secular humanism and educate believers. Every opportunity I can. Now, not everybody's wired like I am. I understand. And I don't expect others to catch the fire and passion I have about going up to strangers and talking to them. But I would ask you to just be aware and look for opportunities to talk to people. Let me tell you about Whole Foods Betty. I met Whole Foods Betty at Whole Foods about a year ago. I went in to grab a few vegetables between clients that we needed at home. I went in there, I struck up a conversation with an older lady in the vegetable section. I said, hey, I like what you're buying. You have good taste for nutrition and health because I'm a personal trainer. Good for you. I see all the spinach and kale and avocados and so forth. And I struck up a friendly conversation with her. She was older than I was. And then I saw her about 2 aisles over in Whole Foods. In Whole Foods, if you know what I'm talking about, very narrow aisles. So we ran into each other, and I happened to have my personal training shirt on. That's my business. And it said David, my name, on the front of my shirt. She looked at the name. She looked up at me. She put her hand on my shoulder and said, oh, David, a man after God's own heart. And bingo, right away I thought, thank you, Lord Jesus, for opening up the door to talk to somebody. Of course, I didn't say that. Here was a golden opportunity, and I took it. And I take these opportunities all the time to let the light of reason and enlightenment shine to people. So I told, and she said, the biblical David, you're named after him. And I said, oh, you mean like David in the Bible? And she said, yeah. She said, and I said, oh, no. Well, actually, I'm an atheist. And I love telling people that. I'll smile and say, actually, I'm an atheist. And of course, the look on her face of disbelief, she was confused. She had that look on her face. Her jaw dropped and she went, an atheist? And then I began to explain to her my story. And I began to explain to her how I changed through the years and have become a better person, more fulfillment, more meaning in life, and so forth. I told her everything, and of course, everything I told her bounced right off of her head. She wasn't listening because she was an evangelical Christian. Now, I took an opportunity to share with Whole Foods Betty what it is like to be an unbeliever. She had never talked to an unbeliever before. She had no concept or idea that we are happy, moral people just like they are because we're very similar. They don't know this. Now, all of you viewers of mine that are watching my show and have watched it through the years, I know you're in different cities around the country and some worldwide. I want to encourage all of you who have these small meetup groups that are secular, that are trying and attempting to build a secular humanist community. You have your little atheist meetup groups. I would encourage you to go out and take every opportunity you can to talk to people and share secular humanism with people. When there's an opportunity, and they do arise if you keep your eyes open. This method, which I've been doing for years, I don't know how many people I've helped because I don't get to see them again. I have sown a lot of seeds through the years. I have given a lot of information to believers through the years, whether I'm wearing my atheist t-shirt or I'm just out in public and having people come up to me and ask me if I go to church. Any opportunity I have, I take. Do not pass up an opportunity to share this beautiful thing of enlightenment, of secular humanism, of progressing ahead, beyond and above Christianity and all these other belief systems. This method that I'm talking about today, in part one, is not for everybody. It's primarily for those that are a little more wired and more overt, not covert, but overt, and a little more outgoing. Look for opportunities. Share it with people. Tell them you're an unbeliever when they assume you're a Christian. Tell them when they say, God bless you, thank you for giving me that. Just say, well, thank you, but guess what? I'm an atheist. There's all different ways to share with people. Now, part two, I'm going to get into the practicalities of different ways that you and your different secular humanist groups and you individual atheists and humanists can talk to people, and collectively in groups and individually, especially for those of you that are not wired like I am to actually go out and talk to people. So thanks for watching the Preaching Humanist. Stay tuned for part two. Have a wonderful day. Okay.